Well, at it again. 1947 Jeep CJ2A. You're looking at about a fifth of it here. Picked this up from a friend of the family who started working on this quite a while ago and had the frame sandblasted, rebuilt the transmission, transfer case, axles, and the project kind of stopped there. So I took over from what you're seeing here, basically frame, some work to be done in the front. We'll do a separate video on these bumper gussets. I'll talk about those in detail. A few things to do with the brake lines, a couple little details with the axles, a couple of leaks I want to address. But for the most part, the chassis is in really good shape, nice and straight. Good chassis overall, been sandblasted and painted with a nice coating. So over the next year or so, I'm going to be working on putting this together. If you want to follow along, I'm not an expert in 2As. Been watching a lot of really great videos from guys like Metalshaper and plenty others on YouTube. Also, a lot of great resources out there. A lot of great places to buy parts. Of course, KasierWillys, Willys, Peter Debella, a bunch of other folks out there that sell you some really good parts to get these projects started. So I've ordered quite a bit of parts already because as you're seeing, all I got was basically this year. You'll see some rims and tires. I got a kind of a mishmash of different rims. So these, I believe, are the 16-inch, and these are, I think, what is supposed to be on a 47 2A. But I've got other rims here. I'll show you an example of these. These here have a slightly different, like sort of a bulge, and I think these are the 15-inch rims. So I'm not exactly sure which ones belong here. I might have to buy a set. But anyway, just as an example. So that's what this pretty much came with. No body tub. Got some fenders. Got a grill. I've got a body on order, a complete body kit on order. I don't know what I'll use. Obviously, I have to use the body, but I have all the other pieces, so try to use as much factory stuff as I can. You can see I already kind of got started. These are the pedals here. Sanded these up nice. I wish I had it before. These came out really nice. Just started painting these various pieces. So I'll, bring you in on this as I go further along and on specific pieces of the project. So talking about parts, I figured I'd just show you, some of the things that I've had to order. So for example, down here we have a radiator and shroud. Underneath that's a fuel tank, a water pump. The flywheel's been turned down. Good teeth on the side there. We got a rear drive shaft and a bunch of parts here. As you can see, new clutch and flywheel. We have this is an original Fram filter. It's in really good shape. This is actually wicked heavy. I never actually most of the Jeep work I've done was CJ7, so I'm not familiar with the old stuff. I'm going to be learning here too as part of this process. But this is massive. This thing's really heavy. Really cool piece. And you can see you've got a rebuilt starter, 6-volt starter. I'm going 6-volt on this. Kind of a purist. I like to stay as close to factory as I can. Some pieces for the oil bath. We have an oil bath back there. 6-volt horn. We've got gauges. Rebuilt Carter carburetor. And just, here's a heat shield for the master cylinder. A bunch of, bell crank, and this is cool. I don't know if I'm actually going to use this on the Jeep, but this is an ignition switch with Jeep key. See if you can see that. There you go. Made by Briggs & Stratton, which I think is pretty cool. Again, a bunch of just 6-volt parts. Horn. We have a new master cylinder in here rebuilt. Voltage regulator, various cables. You see some of the original stuff is mixed in here. Transmission mount, handbrake, new shocks. And up top here, we've got the headlights, spare tire carrier, all the exhaust pieces. Still got some original stickers on these from way back when. Fuel tank straps, fuel lines, and of course, exhaust pipe. And then over here, I've got got a new wiring kit from Willys. Really cool wire. I really like how authentic this wire looks. I'll dig into that project at some point and have a video on that. And we've got brake lines, various brake lines, things of that nature. So yeah, a lot of parts, a lot of money in parts to put this together right. But again, what I got was what you saw over here. I've got the you know, this chassis, a few other items, but mainly, and the engine. So the engine's being out rebuilt. It's a little bit above my skill level, so I'm having that done professionally. Local guy, been doing it forever. He's really, really good. If you're in the central Massachusetts area, let me know. I can give you his information. Really good engine rebuilder. And he's done Willys engines in the past for other folks that I know, and they've had great success. So anyway, that's what I got going on. That's the project. I'm gonna dig into it. I'm gonna do videos on various pieces of the project. If you're interested, follow along. If I'm giving you bad advice, let me know. If someone watching this knows better, comment below. I'm learning too on this project, so I'm just really filming this and more to document my project more than anything. But if folks can be helped out by anything that I'm doing here, you'll see there's been some metal work already going on in the front. Anyway, thanks again, and you know, if you want to follow along with the project, great. Leave me some comments and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.